there, thanks for joining me for Bible journaling. Today we're going to be working on session 4 in our Illustrated Faith Only One You devotional. Our verse this time is Esther 4:14. It's about being chosen. So our verse says, "For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your families and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this." So Esther was chosen at that time to do something super special. I love that. I'm also loving that this verse is in the front of my Bible because it doesn't get much journaling up here in the front. So I can't wait to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward and we'll get to work. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and gesso my page with a couple coats of clear gesso, just so I don't have to worry about bleed through. That's something I don't want to deal with or even think about, so it's easier for me to just go ahead and gesso my page. And then I went ahead and made my own title this time. My title's going to say, "Perhaps this is the moment for which you have been created." And I used 3 fonts from the Hungry JPEG Impressive April bundle. If you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend it. There you get like 37 fonts and a bunch of graphics in there. It's a great bargain for the price that they charge for that. And I can't usually wait to use a bunch of different fonts on my stuff. I went ahead and I highlighted my verse there with my Faber-Castell Big Pit pen in Scarlet Red. It's number 118. And I went ahead and I put a link to everything I used down in the description box in case you would like to head over and grab something and use it in your own Bible. So my thought today is I'm going to use some acrylic paints to make some more flowers in my Bible. I really like how that's turning out, and we'll see how my flowers turn out today compared to day 1's flowers. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. You let me know down in the comments section if you think today's flowers are better than last week's, or if you think I'm improving at all. That'll be fun to find out. So I'm going to go ahead and read the card today. The back of our card says, "Just think, you're here not by chance, but by God's choosing. His hand formed you and made you the person you are. He compares you to no one else. You are one of a kind. You lack nothing that His grace can't give you. He has allowed you to be here at this time in history to fulfill His special purpose for this generation." Isn't that awesome? He put you and me here at this time because we have a special purpose. A lot of times I don't know what my special purpose is, but I'm hoping that it'll come to me someday, or I'll know when I'm supposed to be doing my special purpose. So here I went ahead and I mixed a little bit of yellow and red paint to make orange, and I think I got a pretty close match to my pit pen there. It's supposed to be scarlet red, but it seems more of an orangish color to me than red, so I think that worked out pretty good. So I used that as my lighter color, and I'm just going to add a little bit of red around the edges of my flowers so that gives them a little bit of dimension so they don't look so flat. We'll see how they turn out in the end. So if you haven't read the story of Esther, I really encourage you to go ahead and read it from the beginning because it's really pretty great. I mean, she was this little nobody who God put her in a place to marry the king, and she was in the right place at the right time. She was his wife. I'm assuming as wives, they didn't really get to talk to the king that much or have much influence. So I'm pretty sure that, she was there at the perfect time. God allowed her to be right where she needed to be so that she could talk to that king and convince him that the Jews should live. And she did. She convinced him. He listened to her, and everything turned out just as God had planned. So that was her special purpose during her time. I really love that she was allowed to do that. So it's just kind of special. So if you haven't read the story of Esther, I recommend it. I'm not very good at remembering verses and stuff like that, but when I read the story, that's definitely one that I remembered, and it's hard for me to memorize things. So it's an encouraging thing that if I can remember it, you would probably too. So go ahead and give it a shot. So as you know, no page is complete without some splatters, so I'm going to go ahead and add some black and yellow splatters to my page. And I just cheated and stuck my hand where my title's going to be, so I would make sure not to get a bunch of splatters on there. That made it quick and easy, even though I splattered my hand, but I'm okay with that. It wipes right off. So I went ahead and did that, and then I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick dry, of course, so I don't splatter it everywhere else. And of course I'm going to go ahead and put some of this. I decided I wanted to make my flowers a little shiny, and I didn't wash my brush off there, so make sure to do that. So I'm just going to put some of this shiny metallic Gansai Tambi paint on the top of my flowers. And then I decided it was a little too shiny, so I'm going to go ahead and dip my brush in my water there and just swirl a bunch of water over the top to kind of dilute it, and then it's not quite as shiny as I first started. And we're going to go ahead and give it a quick dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach my title to my page. And you want to make sure when you're doing this sticker paper that you're really careful, because once you put it down, you're not going to be able to remove it. And you want to make sure your page is flat so you don't have any crinkles in there or anything like that. And I just put the piece of paper on the top because it felt a little tacky, because I printed it out like 3 minutes before I decided I wanted to do my page here. Then I'm going to go ahead and put this piece of washi tape on there to reinforce the page, and then I decided I didn't like it. So I'm going to peel it back off, and also be careful if you're going to peel that tape back off, because sometimes it gets a little sticky and it will adhere to your page a little more than you want, maybe rip it. Then I'm going to put this piece of Euphoria that came in my devotional kit on there, and then I'm going to stick a piece of washi tape on top of that. It says called. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach a few of the stickers from my page on there, just highlighting a couple of little things and decorating it up a little bit more. This one here says chosen. I thought that'd go great with the little Esther story there. And then we're going to put a heart, of course. And then I decided on this little arrow here with the hearts. I thought that looked really cute. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this heart stamp and add the centers to my flowers there. And then I'm going to finish it off with my date, and that's going to do it for me today. I hope you had fun doing Bible journaling with me today. If you have a question, leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. Otherwise, I hope you are having a fabulous day. Bye-bye.